Alright, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, Last Night Funkin' back here again with another Cuphead Weapon Roulette video. And continuing off of the Goopy Legrand fight, we're going into the Root Pack. As you can see, I played as Miss Chalice for this one. I wanted to try something different. But I later kind of regretted this, as I am much more used to fighting the Root Pack as Cuphead or Muckman rather than Miss Chalice. As you see, I took a stupid hit there. I hit the retry button. But oh well. I think this is the actual run that matters. I could be wrong though. Starting things out with Motato. Motato having only a singular attack, going into 3 waves of different speeds before dying like that. If you land all your shots, you can pretty much kill him after his 3rd row of attacks. Actually, I don't even think his name was Motato now that I think about it. That was his old name. I'm so out of touch with Cuphead and their actual names, especially with Root Pack. And there goes who I thought was also named Weepy, but his name is not Weepy. It's Ali Bulb was his actual name. This is then the carrot, Chauncey Chanty. I don't know how you pronounce it. But regardless, these guys are meant to be a tutorial boss, even though I personally find them to be... what's the word I'm looking for? Easier? Not easier. A bit more difficult than Goopy Legrand. Depending on how you look at it. They also have a secret phase which I don't get into this video because it's not important. But there you go, we took care of the carrot quite easily. I took 1 bit of damage there. And we take a time of 1 minute and 14 seconds with the pea-shooter weapon. Before this video is over, let me know which weapon you guys think is going to be, like, the fastest. What's going to kill the Root Pack the quickest. And if you say Chaser, there's something wrong with you. But now we get into the spread shot, and the spread shot is where I find out that Chalice is not the best with this. Her parry move is a dash. With being this close up to... what was his name? Spall Sputter. That's his name. Or Sal Yeah, Sal Sputter. I don't know why I called him Spall. But as you see there, because of Miss Chalice having a dash move, staying close to him and getting those parries is very difficult to not take any damage. I'm sure I could have, I just didn't bother. I was more just trying to take the bosses out as quickly as I possibly can. As you see there, I took a tier of damage just so I can do some extra damage onto Ali Bulb. And back with Chanty, the spread shot is really good with Miss Chalice and the carrot here, because you double jump into his hitbox, use the EX move, and all 8 of those bullets will hit him. Just like that. It's a very helpful tip right there. Not that you really need tips for the Root Pack, you can beat these guys pretty easily. Again, I only find them difficult when you take their secret phase into account. And for those wondering, to get that secret phase, well, I'll actually tell you later, 1 minute and 2 seconds. Spread shot is in the lead, folks. But yeah, to get the secret phase, you got to not attack the onion whatsoever. The onion will then just leave, and then out comes a radish. And the radish will attack you alongside with the carrot, having twice the amount of hit points, I believe. You can kill the radish, but killing the radish doesn't advance the phase. You still have to kill the carrot. But yeah. Here we have the Chaser. And the Chaser does very small damage. It's only helpful for new players, I believe. Having a lock-on target to all, like, killable enemies, I believe. But yeah, its EX move also not the greatest. I think it's one of the worst EX moves. Seriously, I don't think I ever, like, purposely used that circular EX shot, other than if I'm doing a fast run with Chaser. But as you can see here, with the very limited amount of green shots coming out of the Chaser, the onion takes so many more hits before it gets killed compared to everyone else. I think he went through like 3-4 attack cycles compared to the other weapons usually lasting only 1 to 2 cycles. What I mean by cycles, I mean by he cries, and then he takes a break, and then he cries again. That's what I meant by cycle, if you're ever curious. Same thing with the carrot, he goes through a bunch more cycles of attacks, summoning carrots, shooting his little side beam things like he's a Pokemon. I swear. And there we go, the fight's finally over. So yeah, if you think the Chaser is going to win any of these fights, you would be wrong. Oh, that was a weird lag spike. Though it did get under 2 minutes, which I am surprised about. Now I do believe the next shot is Lobber Shot. If I remember this correctly. Yes it is. I like commentating after I've recorded my runs. It's a lot easier to talk after I've actually focused. But yeah, the Lobber pretty much destroys enemies that are just stationary. There's the Mokato, he goes down not as fast as I was hoping to. I reset there because I lost that EX bomb that I would like to save, since he died super fast. So that's why I reset it there. There's not much to talk about the root pack. They're very linear bosses. Yeah, even I'm quiet over here because I don't have anything else to say to these guys. As you can see there, once again using the Lobber trick, setting up some Lobber traps, so when the bosses appear, it does tons of damage. That's why I really like the Lobber, which is why it sucks that Lobber is considered the worst for a lot of these bosses. That's another reason why I've also chose Miss Chalice, is so she can use the Lobber bombs and she can easily hit the carrot who's very high above. That's why the Lobber is not the best. The Lobber has very terrible vertical range, but it does so much damage. A full minute, an exact minute with the Lobber shot. We even got a perfect X. This is all in expert mode as well, so this is their hardest version. Then we get to the charge shot, which I always believed was the best weapon, but in terms of speed, it's not the fastest. The roundabout and Lobber shot are way faster at killing bosses than the charge shot, which I was always confused about as a kid. As you can see there, right there, I think the spread shot and the Lobber shot killed the potato in like 1 cycle. The charge shot had started its 2nd cycle before it died. And then I just said the chaser shot was probably the worst shot, but honestly I think the charge shot might be the worst EX move. I meant to say EX move, not shot. Because, yeah, it's just an explosion where they have to get really close to the enemies in order to hit them with that shot. And also the charge shot is very terrible in terms of like crowds of enemies. I'm like struggling to get past these carrots and also dealing damage to the boss at the same time. It definitely subtracts a lot of time from the carrot man. But then he eventually does go down. And the total time for the charge shot comes out at 1 minute 15 seconds, 1 second above the pea shooter. Isn't that surprising? The pea shooter default weapon killed that boss in faster success time. Of course, because I'm not using super arts. That would kind of ruin the point of this whole weapon roulette thing. Then we have my actual top favorite weapon of all time, and everyone else's. Roundabout, it just destroys enemies and bosses. I mean, look how many you shoot, and they do above average damage. And its quote-unquote weakness being the fact you have to shoot, well, while facing the other direction. Honestly, becomes a benefit, for me at least, and for certain bosses, especially bosses you might have to run away from. Look at that, just destroyed the onion. Of course, its EX move is only as useful against the onion and the potato, since they're large targets and stationary on the floor. Carrot being high in the air, the EX move has trouble actually hitting them. I think when they're stationary, the EX move will hit them like 6 times before disappearing. Yeah, it's still a very good and solid weapon. Roundabout. Now, can it defeat a lobber shot, which has an exact 1 minute? Let's see. 1 minute 04. So actually slower than the spread shot, but that's only because every enemy is super close to you, and you can dodge their attacks very easily. And lobber shot again is very powerful. Once again, back at the crack shot. Not entirely sure how to handle the crack shot just yet. If I should stay super close or just let it like burst into its weaker shot. I kinda just do a mixture of both. I try to stay close to the enemy as much as I can, but at certain points you just gotta fire far away from them in order to, you know, just hit the boss and do damage. Also unsure how to really handle its EX movement, to have the turrets, or just shoot the EX into the boss, or parry the turrets. Not entirely sure which one does more damage. Maybe that's something I have to look into before we fight our next boss in the next episode. Which, I was very surprised to see how many views and how many people actually liked the last Cuphead video. Maybe it's because Cuphead is such a good game, a good classic game, and not many people are making videos off of it anymore. That's nice to see someone else, you know, talk about Cuphead. Maybe that's the case. But yeah, if you guys like this, please let me know what bosses you want to see next. I'm not going to go completely in order, like I'm not going to do every Inkwell 1 boss. But I'm definitely not going to do the devil as episode 3, that'd just be stupid. Why would I do the final boss as episode 3? I'm saying that because I know someone requested me to do the devil in the last episode. There you go, 1 minute 10 seconds with the crack shot. Then we have Converger up next. I think with this boss specifically, I tried to use the lock key as much as I could to make all the shots, you know, hit just like that. Of course, when you parry, your lock button doesn't exactly work. And one charge beam takes out Sputter. I'm trying my best not to call him Motato. Because I'm so used to calling them Motato and Weepy. But that's not their names. The Cuphead show quite literally stated that. And there goes the onion. Ollie, I believe its name was. I'm so terrible with names, I swear. Also, sorry for any background noise you might hear on my mic. There's not much I can really do about that. I'm still relatively new with using Audacity for recording microphone audio. So yeah, so very sorry if you hear like a fan or background noise. Anyway, Converger takes care of the Carrot Man. Now we have a time of 1 minute and 6 seconds. 2 seconds slower than the roundabout. But yeah, the next one is the twist up, and it does seem like the lobber is going to win at a full minute. Once again, I'll show you the whole list of their times at the end of the video.
A brawl is surely brewing. Here goes.
Yeah, I made a mistake right there thinking the twist ups. If I aimed upwards, the twist up will like circle into Sputter. But yeah, that was not the case. The EX shot though is very useful against Sputter and Ollie. As you can see there, a lot of hit sounds, a lot of damage being done. It's basically a weird, like, arcing spread shot when you really think about it. Because if you can stay close to a lot of enemies, you can kill them with relative ease. Just like the spread shot. But it also has a weird arcing thing. So I don't know. Also, the twist up seems to be doing very well against this carrot, just like specifically where he's located. For the twist up to easily like arc into his hitbox and also take out those little mini carrots he summons. And actually, surprisingly, the twist up actually wins with 59 seconds. What people deemed as the worst weapon ends up beating the lobber shot at 59 seconds. Beats all the weapons at 59 seconds. And of course, just as per tradition, what was I saying? As per tradition, like the last episode, I'm gonna try and beat the Rupak. I'm gonna give one attempt to beat the Rupak with a whetstone, because it is a form of damage. Don't expect me to actually beat the bosses with this. But as you can see right there, for some reason the Rupak has a weird spot right behind the potato where you can just shoot them and you won't take any damage. I don't know why it's like that, but I can successfully say I've beaten one phase of the Rupak. So that's something. Then I got the onion, which you parry and then you go upwards into where the tears are going to be summoned. And it's very hard to judge where his hitbox is and where I can successfully use the parry axe, and I just ran into him just like that. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to put the scores on screen right now so you can see them all. And let me know if you do like this, the videos. I'll definitely do more of these. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this episode of Weapon Roulette. Please recommend more ideas down below in the comments. And I will see you all next time.